Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, Oilers win. Play La Bamba Baby. So we're going to do that. Now usually is where you're going to see the orange shirt that says Play La Bamba Baby on it. Right now it is in the wash. It does get dirty from time to time. Now we're going to talk about a few things on this video. Yes, Oilers win, Oilers win. We are very excited about Oilers winning. It doesn't matter how, they don't ask how many. It just has to happen. And December is Oilers winning season. It always is. It does not matter who your goaltender is. I've said this for the last 3 years. For anybody that's followed me for any length of time, I have said this for 3 years. I've probably said this for longer. You could have a shooter in net in the month of December, January, February, and a little bit of March. And the Oilers are coming out with victories more than they will come out with losses. It's just the way they are. Just like in October and November, you could have Vezina himself, and the Oilers will still find a way to lose more than they win. Don't believe me, just watch. The record for the past 3 seasons is in October and November, scary bad. December to March, scary good. Now that we got that out of the way, it brings me to the trade that the Oilers made. They traded away a good goalie in Stuart Skinner. You may not agree, and I don't give a about your feelings. The stats tell me that Stuart Skinner, from December to June, is a really good goalie. Coincidentally, that's when the Oilers put up their best numbers defensively. They're kind of hand in hand, 2 and 2s with that. Now, tonight's game against the Boston Bruins, the Oilers did win 3-1. We're all happy about that. Joy, joy to the world. Unfortunately for the Oilers, there was a casualty of the game. Again, Hawkins gets us started on the power play. His 9th of the year, cool. McDavid, Draisaitl get the power play assist. And it was a beautiful play. Again, this team knows how to play when they want to play. They flick the switch and bang, power play jumps up. PK goes down because they stop everything that happens. 1-0 Edmonton. Well, shortly after that, the Boston Bruins get a power play. Zacha scores from Lindholm and McAvoy. 1-1 after 1. Shots in the period were 5 for the Oilers. I didn't stutter. 5 for the Oilers, 7 for Boston. 1 goal on 6 shots. Oh boy, those are not good numbers. Didn't we get rid of a guy that was getting 1 in 6, 1 in 7? Interesting that I say that. And he got better as games went on, making better saves. And still ended up with a 900 save percentage more often than not, or close to like an 893, 895, 888, pretty close to 900. No, we don't know that guy. Anywho's, second period rolls around, the Oilers get another power play. It was a 2-minute high stick. How was it not a double minor, you may ask? I do not know. McDavid was cut. I don't know if he got stitches after the game, but I'm going to assume he might need a stitch or 2 on the inside because he was bleeding. You could see it the rest of the broadcast. He made it a point to skate by the ref and say, how was that done? Like, I don't know how you don't call that double minor. Anywho's, Oilers do not score. It's okay. We got a kid. Quinn Hutson, welcome to the NHL, my friend. And for you alone, I will do this. Quinn Hutson gets his first goal as an Edmonton Oiler. Pretty damn good. He looked good. He looked solid, even though he was in a bottom six role. But hey, maybe that's going to get the bottom six going. Maybe, just maybe, having these younger kids play in bottom six roles is going to get the bottom 6 feet moving. Yes, certain people are going to nag, whine, moan, and complain. Quinn Hutson should be in a top 6 role. Savoy should be a top 6 role. Howard should be a top 6. How many kids do you want in your top 6? We get it. The bottom 6 isn't producing right now. How do you make the bottom 6 produce? You put young talent down there that is hungry. Max Jones comes in hungry as a mother, you know what. So what? You sit Mangiapane. So what? You sit Lazar. Chances are you're going to have to trade one or both of those come January anyway when everybody's healthy. Roslovic's coming back by the weekend from what I've been told. Roslovic's back on Saturday for the Vegas game. There's a roster spot you got to get rid of. A couple weeks after that, Kapanen's coming back. Well, there's another roster spot you got to get rid of. Clattenburg's coming back. Noah Phillips coming back. That's 4 guys. And we're still $4.1 million with a cap. Oh, and by the way, Wallman's coming back too. But that's a defensive side. That's an easy number to get rid of. Regula, nice knowing you. Have fun. Speaking of defense, SS24. Yes, I know you're not going to like me saying that. But Spencer Stastny, number 24, he has looked good in an Oilers uniform. I knew nothing about this kid before he got here. I asked around. I talked to people in the industry. They told me, quick, thinks the game fast, moves the puck faster. What have we seen? Quick, thinks the game fast, move the pucks faster. I'm not saying he's going to be like Brett Kulak. I'm not saying he's going to be a savvy vet. I'm saying he's quicker than Brett Kulak, and he thinks the game faster than Brett Kulak. I am not going to say that he's replacing his experience because you cannot teach experience. You cannot replace the experience of a Brett Kulak. You can't. Unless you get an even experienced guy like a Carlson or a Letang. You can't replace experience. Anywho's, we move on. McDavid gets himself a shorty-handed goal. Breakaway shorthanded assisted by Hawkins and Nurse. Shots after 2 were 16-15 in favor of the Boston Bruins. Score was 2-1 Edmonton. Edmonton gets another power play, no goal. Edmonton gets another power play, no goal. Boston gets a power play, no goal. Edmonton gets a final power play in the last minute and a half of the game, even if there was that. Probably could have been 30 seconds. No goal. Edmonton goes 1 for 5 on the power play. Boston goes 1 for 3. Did I miss anything? Swayman looked okay. He looks human, which you couldn't say that 2 years ago. Swayman was unbeatable. Maybe you needed a good partner. You needed a 1-2 tandem like a Swayman and Allmark to make a team good. Because individually, Swayman and Allmark are not good. Apart, they are not good. Since Boston chose Swayman over Yarmark, both goalies have struggled. Both teams in Ottawa and Boston have struggled. Coincidence? Misa think not. Tristan Jarry went 12 for 13, had a .923 save percentage. This after letting in the first goal on 6 shots, .600 save percentage. But then he got hurt in the second period after Hutson scores the game-winning goal eventually. That's what it is. And this is the part where I want to emphasize. It was a non-contact injury. For those that don't know, Tristan Jarry in the last 2 seasons is injury prone. I don't care if he's played 21 seasons in the NHL, and for the first 20 of them, he never got an injury. But in the last year, he suffered 3. I don't care. Don't tell me and come at me with, well, he's played 10 seasons in the NHL. He's not injury prone. He's had 3 injuries in 10 seasons. He's had 3 injuries in the last 2 years. That is injury prone. Thatcher Demko isn't injury prone. Thatcher Demko is an emergency room on wheels. There's a difference between always hurt and hurt right now. Jarry is hurt right now. Injury prone right now. Anywho's, for those that don't know, I am not breaking the news. I broke it earlier today in a live chat on TikTok. Shout out to my peeps over there. Jarry's out for 3 weeks. Pulled groin. Yes, it is the same pulled groin that he suffered in November when he missed 7 games. Imagine if the fans were aware of that. They wouldn't be so quick to pitchfork another goalie out of the city. Never mind. Yes, you would. So now the talk becomes a trade. Here's the kicker. We have 22 hours until the movement window closes for the Christmas break. What does that mean, Matt? It means that in 22 hours, no moves can be made. No call-ups, no send-downs, no trades, no waivers, nothing. Roster freezes. So what does that mean? That means if the Oilers do need to make a trade, which they either A, have to, or they're calling up a goalie. Here's where the fun part happens. Here's where the fun part begins. Here's where the kick in your nuts happens. The goalie getting called up is not Ingram. It's going to be Tomlinson. Which means the East Coast Hockey League team is going to have to send up a goalie. And as much as I think that a lot of fans are thinking it's going to be Johannesson, I think it's going to be this guy. Connor Unger. A .944 save percentage in 12 games in the East Coast Hockey League, playing for the Fort Wayne Comets. I really love those jerseys, and I might have to get me one of those. I might have to get me a Fort Wayne Comet jersey. That is a sick jersey. It's got the Oilers on one patch, the Condors on the other. Sorry, guys. Sidetracked. ADHD. I apologize. Anywho's, he's the meeting with the goalie calling up to the AHL. Well, an AHL goalie is going to be back up to Picard over the weekend. Remember, fans, you asked for this. This is what you guys wanted. You guys didn't want number 74 here anymore. Choose your words sweet and soft. That way when you got to eat them later, they don't taste so bad coming back up.
You know, if you believe that, I'm not saying you're the dumbest person in the world.
My bad. Wrong video. I did make a video for this game, by the way.
Excelente trabajo. Excelente trabajo. Excelente.
Again, huge shout out to Quinn Hutson, his first NHL goal in Boston, where he went to the University of Boston. It's only fitting, right? First NHL goal. Not his first NHL game, but first NHL goal happens where he used to play. Hopefully it's first of many. We'll see. I definitely got very sidetracked on this video, and I don't apologize for nothing. I'm at a loss right now, guys. Like, we rushed to make the Jari trade. Cost us a pick, Kulak, and Skinner. So what's the next rush trade going to involve to get a Lion? Or UPL from Buffalo? Or another goalie that you guys seem to think is coming to Edmonton? What do you think that's going to cost? Because it's not just going to cost a Janmark and a pick. If I'm the Edmonton Oilers, I got to move fast. And it's going to be another panic move. Because the fans don't understand hockey. Because you people let your emotions and your egos get in the way of a winning team. So what? We didn't win the Cup 2 years ago. Lost by 1 goal in Game 7. You blame Stuart Skinner for that because he's the one that scores goals? His name's Connor McDavid that didn't show up in Game 5, 6, and 7? Last year in the playoffs, McDavid didn't show up again when it mattered. But it's Stuart Skinner's fault for not making that 2-on-1 save. Asinine. Brighter days tomorrow, guys. Oilers have a matinee on Saturday against the Minnesota Wild, and the Vegas Golden Knights on Sunday. So yes, I was wrong about the dates when I said that Roslovic would be back. I got the dates mixed up. Roslovic back on Sunday, not Saturday. He won't be on the road trip. He'll be back at home on Sunday. Saturday's 1 o'clock against the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota against Wallstead. Let's see how that game turns out. And then it'll be Sunday the next night against Vegas. Jack Eichel may not be there. From what I've been told, Jack Eichel got hurt last night in the Vegas loss to New Jersey. So, hey. Better days ahead, right? Hi, it's Matt, Oilers Fan Reaction. I wish I had more good news. I wish I could be dancing and screaming from the rooftops. But wins like this feel like losses. Like I said, I don't care what your name is on the back of the jersey or where you were before. If you're an Oiler on the team, I will be behind you 100%. I'm behind Jari. It just sucks that he got hurt. Because he was playing really well. He really was. He was playing really well up to that point. Like, yeah, he let that first goal in. He didn't really let it in. It was on the power play. But he battled after that. I hope for a speedy recovery. And he's back. Sharper than ever. Excuse me. That's all you can hope for, right? He's an Oiler for the next 2 years. Mr. Picard, the net is yours. You did it last year. You went on a really good heater last year. We're just asking you to do it again this year. Deuces. Thank you all for watching the post-game reaction of the Oilers beating the Boston Bruins 3-1. If you haven't already, subscribe, push the like button, leave a comment. We're on a road to 500. We're at 306 right now. I know it doesn't mean much, but even the fact that we hit 300, I don't say I because it's not me by myself. We hit 300. I'm very excited about that. We'll see you guys in the next one.